consider a fairly long stretch describing Odysseus's shipbuilding skills. Odysseus began and made good progress. With his bronze axe, he cut down 20 trunks, polished them skillfully, and planed them straight. Calypso brought a gimlet, and he drilled through every plank and fitted them together, fixing it firm with pegs and fastenings, as wide as when a man who knows his trade marks out the curving hull to fit a ship. So wide Odysseus marked out his raft. He notched the side decks in the close-set frame and fixed long planks along the ribs to finish. He set a mast inside and joined to it a yardarm and a rudder to steer straight. He heaped the boat with brush and caulked the sides with wickerwork to keep the water out. Calypso brought him fabric for a sail, and he constructed that with equal skill. He fastened up the braces, clews, and halyards, and, using levers, launched her on the sea. Now, if I were a modern editor and this manuscript came across my desk and I was looking at it, I thought, no, red pen that out of there. What the hell is that? Get it out of there. It's, okay, he built a ship. I get it. Why do I have to know all those details? What is the effect?
It paints a picture like the movie. Like you mentioned, you're sure you're watching the plot according to where they put things. Like, the plot might be like a big part of the story, but like the acting and like the picture that's painting is more important.
There is, this comes out as a, you could say in modern terms, a montage. The montage sequence is a Hollywood staple where a lot of different things get done in very quick succession, usually to a pretty rocking soundtrack.
Like a movie, it's not just like playing in your head while you're reading it.
Yeah.
So you can like visualize the character actually doing things.
You can watch any number of movies where something gets built and they have a quick succession of edits where things get built. Hammers get driven in, drills happen, big chunks of lumber and tools fall all over the place. People grunt and go, "Arr!" Doing the work. And it has an effect. It's impressive. I am impressed by this because I can't do it. I'm not that handy. So, reader response, I am reading this and saying, wow, that's a man, damn it. It's like a beer commercial. But there's other stuff going on there too. What do we know he has been doing based on the evidence? What has he been doing so far? This is the first thing he's really done. What's he been doing before this? Chilling. Yeah. He's in paradise. Yeah, he's kicking back. What's the first image we have of him? Always beginnings and endings. What's the first image you have of him? He's staring out to sea. He's on the beach, staring out to sea, and we're told, maybe he has a little tear. Maybe he's missing his wife. Maybe he's missing home in general. Maybe he feels a little cheap and used. He is, after all, essentially being held against his will as a sex slave. You can go there. Maybe he is recalling the horrors of war. We don't know. All we know is that he has been sitting there wallowing in pain. He is the one who suffers, after all. But then, on a dime, he's doing stuff. And he's doing a lot of stuff in quick succession, one thing after the other, and he's doing it really, really well. All of it, we're told, is done really, really well. Curious. There is an interesting contrast there. The poem takes a little turn. It goes from the indolent laying around with the goddess in paradise, not really doing anything, feeling bad about yourself. And then he's really active, and then he's really doing something, and it's accomplishing one thing after the other, and you can see he's feeling better about himself because he keeps going and doing all of this and doing it well. He's not half-assing this job. You get the sense that he is building a damn good boat right here. Interesting. Now, again, that tells us an awful lot about the character. He's a can-do guy. He is good at many things. Think in terms of everything that throughout the poem he has demonstrated talent for. He is evidently great at carpentry in general, shipbuilding in particular. We know he's a damn good athlete from the Olympic scene. He can throw the discus further than anyone. He can fight. He is a great warrior. He is an expert archer. He is an expert at sword play. After he runs out of arrows, he slays all the suitors with his sword. We know he's a damn good boxer because he cold cocks that guy, the fellow beggar Iris, with one punch. He just shatters the guy's jaw. One thing after the other, we are told he is very good at. Even you can make the argument, sex. You know, he's no mean thing between the sheets. All of these goddesses are kind of fighting over him. He is the man of many skills as well. This is another Greek value, the man who is good at many different things, that comes down to us in the Western world through the Renaissance. When they were describing what is a Renaissance man, it is always somebody who is very good at many things, i.e. Da Vinci, who painted, who sculpted, who designed weapons of war and came up with the first airplane model. Somebody who is good at many things, that is an ideal man, humanity, as opposed to, right before this, he was living the life of a god. Bored, indolent, lazy. So that's telling us an awful lot about this world. This is the first step. Now that he learned that I'm going home, I have to stop living like a god. And the first thing he does is to recreate himself as a human being, doing work which gods don't have to do. So there's that going on there too. But peel it back even more. This is an epic poem. Epic poems generally are about the founding of civilizations. It's not just one man, Andhra, it is all humanity, or at least all of this society. This poem was also taught in schools for a long time as a way of demonstrating what are classical Greek virtues, or classical, broadly Western virtues, or classically humanitarian or humanist virtues. Here, think politically. This poem is being pushed by a school system in various forms throughout thousands of years. People will be educated by this poem as to what it means to be a Greek or just a man. The people who are in charge of that society are promoting the values that they want promoted. And the values that people leading societies tend to want promoted are generally values about how hard work is good. You want to work hard because that is the greatest thing you could possibly do as a human being. Don't just lay around. Don't just chill on the beach. Don't worry, be happy. Hakuna Matata. No, get up and work. Build something. A society that builds stuff. A society that motivates people to build stuff becomes what we generally call great societies. And the society that just hangs out on the beach, well, aside from a couple Jimmy Buffett songs, they really don't build much at all. Look at, that's very big picture socially. Look at the role of gender in this. Now, Calypso is the goddess, demi-goddess, whatever you want to call her, on this island, and she is clearly in charge. But Calypso brought a gimlet and he drilled through every planks and fitted them together. Calypso brought him fabric for a sail and he constructed that with equal skill. She's the boss, but now she's kind of a gopher. She's an assistant. By working, by demonstrating the manly art of building stuff, he has taken himself out of the category of boy toy and made himself a man in the eyes of his readers. He is asserting an individual character that is in charge. And part of that is that he reasserts the patriarchy. The man was just, the servant before, servicing the goddess, let's say. But by reasserting himself and demonstrating the priority of human beings over the gods, he has reasserted the social structure as well, where men are on top. And the female, goddess or not, is there to serve him.